Tony Ferguson claims that he fought Paddy Pimblett with a torn MCL. Tony posted this video to his Instagram. He wrote, "Tunnel vision. 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, I f***ed my shit up during a practice sesh. MCL tear. I kept it to myself and put it behind me till after the fight. I trained like no one knew. It hurt so good. 3 weeks before fight time, I told a few of my crew. Nothing changed. I recently took care of my leg, my MCL, and had surgery last Thursday, 1 week after my elbow/arm surgery, both arthroscopies. Thought I would get them both done and double down. Got it over with so I could do what I do best. Beyond rage is an understatement. I feel no despair, just repair. All of it. Champ only." Mayra Bueno Silva reveals that she suffered a torn eardrum in her recent fight against Raquel Pennington. She says she had trouble reading the fight after it happened. She said, "I had a minor ear injury, but aside from that, I feel great and ready to come back. Raquel hit me hard in the ear and partially tore my eardrum and I kind of lost balance. But it's part of the game. I couldn't read the fight and know what was happening after the strike that caused the injury. Kudos to her for landing a good strike that took me out of the fight. I'm still licking my wounds and had no time to analyze the fight and know what went wrong yet. We're still kind of on a hangover." Michael Chandler explains why he labels Conor McGregor as a quitter. Chandler believes that Conor will also quit during their fight if it happens. He went on to say, "The fact of the matter is Conor McGregor is a quitter. Conor McGregor is a quitter, especially when the pressure gets put on him. I watched him and Floyd Mayweather yesterday. That was a boxing match, obviously. But you look at the Khabib fight, you look at the Diaz fight, the Poirier fights, when he gets the pressure put on him, the guy who thinks he's the alpha dog doesn't like the pressure. Ultimately, it is just one big facade that they're trying to make sure the entire world doesn't out them or doesn't see the real them. The real Conor is a quitter. Conor McGregor will quit in the second round of this fight. I believe I put the pressure on him, hit him with some hard shots. Maybe he hits me with a couple. Don't go down. He's not going to be as fast as he used to be. He's not going to have great timing like he used to. Maybe he has the same power, maybe he doesn't. It's going to be fun. It's going to be really, really fun. The wrestling is always going to be there. The submissions are always going to be there. And the cage is always going to be there to push him against and smother him and turn it into a gritty, dirty fight. A cute little kind of fight style that he likes. The space and the perfect crisp. Timing beats precision and precision beats power. That stuff's just not going to be there because of his time outside of the cage. My pressure that I'm going to put on him and the hands that I'm going to hit him with." Henry Cejudo thinks Dricus Du Plessis should tell Israel Adesanya to take a hike in regards to Izzy getting the next title shot. Henry thinks Dricus should pursue Alex Pereira.
I say you make Israel Adesanya take a break. Take a hike. I say you make Israel Adesanya maybe fight somebody before he actually fights you and actually take the fight that really matters more for your accolades, and his name is Alex Pereira. The other thing that I'm going to have to say too, Dricus Du Plessis, is Alex Pereira is a really big middleweight. That the fact that he went up to light heavyweight and still looks bigger than all those dudes as well. But that being said, him coming down to 185 pounds once again, and if you get a victory over a guy like Alex Pereira, you know what that guarantees you? That guarantees you a title shot at 205 pounds. Why do I say that? Why do I say pick Alex Pereira? You know why? Because Israel Adesanya will always be there. Alex Pereira, who knows, man? He goes up against an Ankalaev. I'm not sure if he could beat an Ankalaev. And I'm not sure if you go up and you fight a guy who is well-rounded like Ankalaev that you could get a victory over a guy like that. I say you skip Israel Adesanya, and I say for that reason, you go with Alex Pereira. Let him come down. If he's talking about going back down one more time at 185 pounds, you welcome him. You welcome him because once you get that victory, you know what that does to you, Dricus Du Plessis? That allows you to go up and challenge the guy at 205 pounds. Dricus Du Plessis, I don't know you. I like you. I was going for you. But if I'm in your position right now, you know what I do to Israel Adesanya? It's like, Israel Adesanya, take a hike.
Recently, Khamzat Chimaev did an interview with Brett Okamoto and made some claims regarding Sean Strickland. While training and sparring, Khamzat said that Sean went to his coach and asked if he would tell Khamzat to go easy on him. Former UFC middleweight Sam Alvey, who trains with Sean, responded to Khamzat. He says that absolutely did not happen. Alvey also claims that Khamzat's management won't even let their fighters spar Sean because he's hurt too many of them.
Khamzat's lying.
That they're not wrong, that you have not beaten, one of those top 5 guys at middleweight. So for you, I want to know why you believe, why are they wrong? In addition to the money, why are they wrong?
That's the guy who was beating you up every day in the gym, man.
He's saying it because he needs that title shot and doesn't want to have to fight a top 10 fighter to do it. And in all honesty, he might have beaten Sean certain days. I've beaten Sean certain days. Given I'm way better than Sean, but still.
How many times I submit that guy? How many times I beat him up?
If you're a good training partner, hopefully you have submitted him. Hopefully you have beaten him up. And hopefully he's done the same for you. I know for a fact he has.
He went to his coach, man. He went to his coach. Please tell the guy, man. Go easy, go easy.
Sean Strickland has never had the words, go easy, go easy. Not once.
You're not macho, man. When I punched you hard, you went to your coach and said, please tell the guy, go easy, easy.
I've never been present for their sparring session. However, I do know Sean has never once gone to the coach tattling. I also know that Khamzat's management does not let any of his fighters spar Sean because Sean has hurt too many of them.
Did you see anyone? Did you hurt anyone? It's coming to my gym and trying to beat me up.
If you were a good person to work with, they would have. They didn't, so you must not be.
Another fight was added to UFC 300 today, and the MMA community is not thrilled about it. On X, the UFC posted this: Jessica Andrade versus Marina Rodriguez. The caption says an all-Brazilian matchup is set. Now, there's a lot of confusion as to why this fight was added to UFC 300, when UFC 301 is literally in Brazil. To go through the top replies on X, Brazilian versus Brazilian, but they couldn't wait for 301 in Brazil. Y'all are joking, right? Stop ruining UFC 300. Way too many women's fights on UFC 300. Absolute disgrace. Horrible. Yeah, this is comical. Now we just filling up the card. Quantity over quality. Bathroom break. The UFC also announced the fight on Instagram, and the comments were even worse. This couldn't wait until 301 in Brazil. Why? Card just keeps getting worse and worse. Another piss break. Enough with the women's fights. Why is this one UFC 300? WTF? This better be early prelims opener. Stop with the women's fights, nobody cares. Is the UFC actually this tone deaf? Wow, a smoke break. Time to break out the oil and cancel UFC 300. We have to skip this one. What do you guys think about this fight being added to UFC 300? Post your takes in the comments. And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from Rayro23. Says, thought we lost Jon Anik and he was out, but that is not the cloth from which he is cut. The second one says, somebody needs to tell Jon Anik how toxic the NFL fans are. And the final one's from DVCN. Says, pretty funny seeing this because I saw Jon Anik responding to every comment under DDP's victory post. I even thought, WTF is he doing arguing with these people? Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.